Hi, my name is Lisa Peterson. I am the lead singer of Bad Romance, a tribute to Lady Gaga, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. My inspiration for being in a tribute band is a little unique. I literally had no desire ever of being in a tribute band. Just I felt like it was kind of like for me as being a woman doing it, it was already oversaturated with the things that the artists that I could possibly maybe be a tribute to. So like Heart, Pat Benatar, I just felt like those were already they were good. There was plenty of them. So, and I was happy doing cover band stuff and just, writing songs and stuff like that. I literally had a dream about being in a Lady Gaga tribute, and I woke up from this dream, and it was amazing. It was awesome, and I remember talking to my boyfriend about this, and I was like, I had this dream about this being in a Lady Gaga tribute, and he was like, you should totally do it. It'd be amazing, whatever. And I was just like, it's just a ton of work. So, but that's where it started. It started out with a dream. And then I was like, could I do this? And I started it in North Carolina. And I kind of just tried to piece it together. And it was very hard to do because you got to get everybody in line with wanting to do the same vision that you have for it. And I could never get anybody out of the cover band mentality and into tribute band mentality of all the work that was going to go into making this, a show that a Lady Gaga fan would totally want to see. So I took a chance on it and I decided I was going to give it a shot. And then the work began, the hard work began. I think the biggest challenge for me in doing this tribute, there's several of them, but one of the biggest was just finding the right band to go on this journey with me, because everybody has to be in the same mindset of where this could go, trajectory wise. Like, I don't want to just stay in a little local area. I want this to go as far as it can go. I want to travel. I want as many people to see this as possible. And you'll have a band member who will originally be like, yeah, I totally want to do that. This is what I want to do. And then it comes down to putting in the extra work and wanting this to go further, or having to do a show that's out of state or whatever. And then the problems start setting in. So I think one of the biggest challenges I've had personally is just finding the right bandmates to see this for how I see it and as big as I want this to be, and then go on that journey with me. That's to me been one of the biggest challenges. But after enough time, you sort that out, and I have a great band now, and I'm happy with where we're going to go with this. The preparation that goes into a Lady Gaga tribute show is a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of, costume things and hair and makeup and, just making sure all of that's lined up and having all that sorted out, and rehearsing with the band, making, any new tracks that we need to have, making sure the dancers are all in line with what they need to do. If we have a new song that we're working on, them getting the choreography for it, and then doing choreography with the dancers. There's just a lot of preparation. It's not, you can't just talk about doing some of these things. You literally have to put the time and effort into, researching costumes and finding what's going to be best, and, working on those and getting the band together and getting the dancers together. And just, it's just a lot of work. I mean, it's not just like having a little cover band, little local cover band. Like, you got to put a lot of work into this to make it good, in my opinion. I think anytime you're a tribute artist in general, you have some very big shoes to fill. It's a lot of hard work. It's not just the work that you put into it on your own free time, but then you have to take this show out on the road, or you have to take it to a stage or an audience, and then you have to perform to your best ability as this person that they already know, as this artist that's already just huge and in their mind has made an impact on them. And I feel like you have to embrace a lot of the things that make that person that they already love. So for Lady Gaga, a Lady Gaga fan, they love what she stands for. They love, her stage presence and her costumes and her show that she puts on and her production and all the things that you kind of expect that you want to see. You have to have that connection with the audience. They have to believe like that you are that person, the suspension of disbelief or whatever. You have to convince them for an hour and a half or 2 hours that this is a Lady Gaga show. I am not Lady Gaga. I just love her. I want the audience to know how much I love her. And I think that they do feel that. I mean, I feel like we give them a really great experience. There's definitely some pressure when you have like a very loyal fan base to this artist that you're doing a tribute to. Lady Gaga has a very serious fan base. They're very critical. And as they should be. You're basically trying to fill these shoes that are almost impossible to fill. And I'll have some naysayers. I'll have some people who just, it doesn't matter how many great costumes you have and how much you try to sound like her and how great your show is. They are not going to buy into it because it's almost like, I don't know. It's just like, it's almost like a negative thing that you're trying to be this person. And it's really hard. I mean, you have to have a very thick skin to be a tribute artist because you are going to be met with half people who are very into it and can just enjoy it for what it is and not be very critical of it and just love it and appreciate everything you're doing. And then you have the other part that are her loyal fan base, and they are just so critical of you. So you have to kind of find a good balance in the middle so where you don't get down on yourself and discouraged. And it's hard sometimes. I mean, I'm human. You'll hear a comment or someone will say, well, she doesn't even look like her, or, whatever. And you just have to go, it's fine. It's okay, because all these other people are enjoying it. And that's why I do it. I do it because I absolutely enjoy just performing. I enjoy Lady Gaga's music. I'm a massive fan myself. And like, it's worth all of the negative stuff that you might have to go through from time to time. You know what? Just come see a show. Come to a show. I will make you a fan. You will have a great time. And that's pretty much all I need to say about that. One of the things that I have enjoyed from these shows and the experiences is the experience you get from the audience. There's many, many times where as you're performing, you can look out into the crowd and you can see the impact of what you're doing, that it's having like on an emotional level to this person in the audience that now has this connection to you. And you're looking at them and they're looking at you and they're crying. And, you find out after the show, it's a trans kid who has just had the best experience at your show. They're feeling connected to it. They love Lady Gaga. You're giving them this experience that they need. They may not have been able to ever get to one of her shows, but they're kind of getting to live through the experience with hearing her music and enjoying it, enjoying the crowd, and feeling like they can be there and they can be comfortable being who they are. And we love that. We absolutely love that. That to me is the best thing, is when you have the people after the show that come up to you and they're like, that was amazing. We had such a good time. When are you coming back here? Where are you playing again? We love you guys. That was so much fun. Like, that's kind of why you do this. You're not really doing it for any other reason but for that audience. So